Yeah, sorry about that, man. What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, y'all? Sorry I'm late, you know what I'm saying, but I'm on. Word. Yeah, man. So I'm just going to be give you a little short video, man, shorten them up. I'm trying to make more, the most as possible that I can, but at the same time shorten them up. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about these mind games that they've been playing on us, man. All the stuff that they've been doing, man. All this bullshit. With the gas prices, gas is, you know, I was talking to my homie earlier, and he kind of raised a good point. Gas, just like with the gas, for example, the gas is just a little, or the crude oil, whatever, was the same, or just a little more now this year as it was this time last year, which is weird because the gas is up enormously, and that lets you know that they are price gouging. It's all a game. It's all Biden playing games. It's not It has nothing to do with Russia. You see what I'm saying? Just like with this whole pandemic thing, you had a lot of people price gouging different things and different items that they were selling in their stores. And then or whatever a lot of things that you bought, you noticed during the pandemic it was that much more, especially essential things like toilet paper, things like that, right? So we just see that this is all a game. It's all a joke. This is mind games. They playing games with you, man. They're just playing on your psyche, man. A lot of us that don't think critical, we're gonna fall for this. I already see a lot of us falling for it actually, as we speak, right? So yeah, just be careful of the mind games and the tricks, man, and you know all the BS, right? So I laid it down on the show last night, man. My boy King David, man, he killed it. We had a good show or whatever, but he's always dropping knowledge, right? So they basically it's all a game. It's all I broke down how one of the producers at Disney, she happens to look like us, right? She was just basically saying she's gonna make everything as queer as she can, and just pushing the agenda on the kids, right? Just being real weird and pushing the agenda. And then another thing too with the what's his name, right? Another thing too with the whole the whole what's the name kind of thing, man. The whole the NWO, the New World Order thing, right? Now, peep what I'm about to play y'all right now, man. This is I just got this in earlier, man. But this is the kind of mind games that they're playing on us, right? This is the kind of games that they're playing on us, right? Check this out. There's no video. I might have to read this. Hold up, here's the video right here. Yeah, this is Fair Use Act 1976. This is basically just for commentary purposes, right? And news purposes, educational purposes, the whole 9 yards. It ain't. We're not trying to copyright infringe on this at all, whatsoever.
What
right?
underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in 71. And so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we're on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The US is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
Wow. Y'all heard that, right? Okay, so hold up. Let me see. What am I doing right now? What am I looking at? Oh shoot, I don't even know what I'm doing. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, man. So, I mean, what do y'all think about that, man? This lady basically saying, I mean, these people. I mean, I guess the rule or whatever it is, they got to tell us, when they do stuff before they do it. So that's crazy, man. How's that gonna make life better for us though? Because the currency change. What is that gonna? I don't understand. You're gonna be just as much that much broke, right? You're still gonna be broke. You're still gonna be in poverty. What is that? I mean, and see, these people like to wrap shit up with a nice little bow around that shit, man. But you going to, it's at your detriment to actually get the shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold up. Yeah, man. So what do y'all think about that, man? That was like some real. All right, that was some real spit right there, man. That was some real spit. I mean, like I said, they got to tell you, kind of like tell you, right? They kind of got to like tell you what they gonna do before they do it, right? All right. Damn, that's a bombshell video, right? That's a hell of a bombshell video. That's, I mean, these people playing, they playing God, man. That's basically what they doing. They playing with your life. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna make. I don't understand how any of this is gonna make your life any better by going through these changes. It's just this is for them to get richer. You know what I'm saying? For them to make your life harder. If they're the 1%, if these people are the elites, of course, I mean, that that's basically what that is. What am I doing right now? Damn, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, oh my bad. But yeah, man, I just think this shit is wild. They're telling you what they're doing before they do it, right? They're telling you what they about to do before they do it. So hey, we told you so, right? We gave you a heads up. Yeah, man, this shit's wild. But there's another one. The Black Lives Matter movement. That's another. That's another get. That's the, well, whoever this sister is, I don't. This is just basically fair use. I don't know who she is, but shout out to her. I didn't know.
Wayne State University affirms Indigenous sovereignty and honors all tribes with a connection to Detroit. With our Native neighbors, Wayne State can advance educational equity and promote a better future for the earth and all people. So I'm honored and humbled to serve as moderator for today's conversation. As I think about what brings us into this space, I cannot help but appreciate how we as educators, scholars, and leaders have been called to be and do better. We've been called to look inward.
More mind games, baby. Some more mind games. Here we go. More mind games, right? Hold up. Fair Use Act 1976. This is for commentary purposes only. Educational commentary purposes, right? All right, hold up. So I didn't mean to do that. Fair Use Act 1976. This is for commentary purposes only.
Is facing fraud charges, accused of misusing grant money and donations. Monica Cannon Grant is a well-known activist for racial justice. She's accused of using donations for personal expenses, including groceries, car rentals, even nail salon visits. WBZ's Christina Hager talked to community leaders who say this arrest could hurt the movement.
Nothing to say as she walked out of court facing a list of federal charges. Violence in Boston.
Oh, it could hurt the movement. It didn't already. You know what I'm saying? With Patrisse Cullors stealing $60 million, right?
Monica Cannon Grant, famous for leading racial equity rallies from Boston to Hopkinton, now accused of using money from her charity for personal use, raising grave concerns among other Black activists that her alleged actions could set them all back.
Philanthropic organizations, elected
It's burnt out. My bad. So what do y'all think about that, man? The house got raided, and what was they doing up in that motherfucker? I mean, you know what? I mean, you know, I don't like to see my people go down like that. I don't like to see stuff like that happen to my people, but at the same time, I mean, y'all over here stealing people's money, man. That's not cool, man. See, people need to take accountability. You know, just because you don't literally burglarize somebody's house or don't hit somebody over the head and then take their money don't mean that you're not robbing and stealing from them, dude. We need to really wake up and look at the bigger picture, right? We really do. That's not cool to doing that to people, man. Go over, you know, stealing their money and that's really burnt out. To be honest with you, you know, going upside somebody's head. Sorry, what's that all about? But I mean, you know, I don't understand why Patrisse Cullors didn't get that. They didn't get that kind of treatment, but she, you know, they just got a little bit of an investigation into him, and that was it. But maybe they're lower on the totem pole, right? But I mean, it's a lot of games, man. We got going on with BLM and this whole movement, man. George Soros gave him that movement, right? It's a white, like a Hungarian Jew or something like that. You know, he ain't for us. You see what I'm saying? When people fund people, man, you know, you got to do what they tell you to do. When they're fund you, you have to do. You see what I'm saying? And it's another one. It's the last video I'm gonna play, man. I'm gonna get out of here. Let me see what we got going on. We got oh, excuse me. My bad.
Finding your first house can be frustrating,
But thanks to Realtor.com's home alerts, we were able to see the newest homes on the market super fast.
so we could finally buy our first big boy house.
So you know what? Hold up.
Big boy house.
Hold up.
Big boy kitchen. Big boy waterfall shower.
Oh, you know, hold up.
Y'all got big boy faucet ceiling.
Sorry
big boy
sorry about that, y'all.
Vladimir Putin said on Wednesday that Russia will seek payment in rubles for gas sales from so-called unfriendly countries. His comments sent European gas prices soaring on concerns the move would exacerbate the region's energy crunch.
За последние несколько недель, как вы знаете, рядом
In the last few weeks, there were unlawful measures taken against Russia by a number of Western countries to freeze Russian assets. By doing this, the collective West has undermined the reliability of their currencies.
Russian gas accounts for around 40% of Europe's total consumption. The possibility a change of currency could throw that trade into disarray. Putin said the government and central bank had 1 week to come up with a solution on how to move these operations into rubles and ordered gas giant Gazprom to make the corresponding changes to gas contracts. According to Gazprom, 58% of its sales of natural gas to Europe and other countries as of the 27th of January were settled in euros. US dollars accounted for about 39% of gross sales and sterling around 3%. The European Commission has said it plans to cut EU dependency on Russian gas by 2/3 this year and end its reliance on Russian supplies of the fuel well before 2030. But unlike the United States and Britain, EU states have not agreed to sanction Russia's energy sector. Russia's list of unfriendly countries corresponds to those that have imposed sanctions on it.
Man, it's starting to get a little. See, these fools, what these fools did is back. The little stupid sanctions and all that shit they did, that shit backfired on them, man. See, you don't listen to a sadistic, crazy man like Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that's losing their damn mind and are losing their, train of fucking thought, man. That dude's an idiot. He a blummer. And I don't, really think this is a show like that, like how, when George W. Bush was in office, a lot of that was a show. That fool's not stupid like that. Dumb like that, like how you try to portray. But this dude, and then you could just tell you the experience is not really there. Now the experience is there when it comes down to writing policies to lock your black ass up. That's the conspiracy. That's where the what's name is there, like a motherfucker. The experience is all the way there, right? He could write some scandalous ass policies. He could, talk about how you don't want to integrate with people that look like you, right? So let's go to Biden real quick before I get off here, man. Let's go to Biden right now. Hold on. Hold on. Let's go to Biden real quick. Biden. See, the news media is lying too, though. They're lying like a motherfucker too, the news.
White House is placing the blame for the pain at the pump squarely on the shoulders of Vladimir Putin, calling it the Putin price hike. Biden's promising, though, to offset the pain at the pump with increased domestic production and increased supply now, tapping into the Strategic Petroleum Reserve to release about 1 million barrels a day for 6 months now. ABC News business correspondent Deidre Bolton joining us to break it all down for us. So, Deidre, kind of walk us through Biden's plan to offset these prices.
Kira, you referenced that 1 million barrels per day for the next 180 days. This is a huge amount. That puts the Strategic Petroleum Reserve back at lowest levels since 1984. So we have to stress that significance. RBC is a bank. They put out a note essentially saying that this is the last bullet
that we have to shoot. And some critics actually of the program saying the U.S. better not have its own energy emergency coming up, because those levels being at the lowest level since 1984 really does stand out. So 6 months, 1 million barrels per day. And of course, the idea here, Kira, is to relieve some of the pain at the pump. Collectively, we are paying on average 47% more this year versus last, Kira.
But the crude oil is not that much higher, though.
Even driving to work today, I couldn't believe one of the stations right there as you're getting onto the highway.
See, we don't
believe
these people, man. A lot of this is all
$6 a gallon. That's
and so
true. A lot of people are wondering what immediate impact this plan is going to have on the amount of oil availability domestically, because he sure tore into oil companies, demanding that they even have a sort of sense of ethics here to help everyday Americans that can't afford to buy gas or pay their bills. And sometimes it's these stations that are gouging prices, taking advantage of what's going on. And at the same time, these companies really should do what's right in a time like this.
Kira, you make a great point. No one pays more for gasoline because they want to. They do it because they have to. This obviously hits the working classes and the poor a lot more than any other group, because it becomes a higher percentage of their take-home wages. We heard President Biden say this should help by about 10 to 35 cents per gallon. My sources are saying that's a little bit on the high side. It's probably more like 10 to 20 cents per gallon, but any help is, of course, appreciated, Kira.
Deidre Bolton, thank you so much.
Well, watch how
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC.
Watch how it's going to go up in the summertime, though. I mean, don't listen to these people, man. It's been went up. It was been going up before all this, right? Their price gouging. It could be a little bit of the what's the name, the oil companies, but if you really think about it, why are the oil companies doing that, right? They're going along with the fake, because we only get a little bit of oil from Russia. They're going along with the whole fake Russia story also, man. You could tell, man. They all going along with that same script so they could, one hand wash the other, so they could price gouge. And the president could act like, he could blame Russia at the same time and they could price gouge. Everybody wins, right? We lose, right? But we don't be thinking. We don't be thinking, man. We don't be thinking, man. That's not good. You gotta think. I think I saw that motherfucker box too. Yeah, man. What y'all think, though, man? Y'all think about this whole debacle? You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's all games, you know what I mean? But yeah, these countries got slapped. They thought they was being cute, right? They thought they was trying to do some slick stuff, man, trying to hit them with the sanctions, but it backfired on them. That makes sense. That's what happens when you try to be cute, you get spanked, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not surprised, man. You figure you vote for these people, right? And you suffer because, you vote for these people and you pay taxes to these damn institutions. You see what I'm saying? You still suffer. That makes sense. About right. That's about right. You know, for the most part. But see, nobody's talking about a lot of this. There's a lot of why is that? Why are they not talking about these stories, right? They ain't talking about none of these stories. I think that's kind of weird. But yeah, that lady. What do you think about the lady talking about the new world order, man, or the new money, new something currency? She was saying some craziness. What do y'all think about that? I mean, this stuff is just happening too. This is just wild to me. You know, it's just happening quick, intensely. Like, you see what I'm saying? What y'all think? What do y'all think about that? For the most part, man, I just think this shit is. We gotta really, really pay attention, man. Just wake up, man. Like, and you know, vote these people out, man. This November, vote these people out. You got your chance. Vote these people out. Do not vote to keep these people in, man. Because they're not doing nothing for you, your so-called, community, neighborhood, whatever you want to call it. Vote them out. That's why I respect the Mexicans. I respect the Asians. Other groups, they vote for their best interest. That makes so much sense. That's smart. That's what you're supposed to do. There's no feelings in voting. There's no feeling in none of this voting process. You see what I'm saying? There's none of this. That's not what that is. This is supposed to be for us, for a cause. You're supposed to do it for some kind of agenda. You quid pro quo. You scratch them. You scratch their back, they scratch yours. The politician. That's just how it is. That's how it goes. It's not no. Oh, I like him. Oh, I don't like him. Oh man, this. The person played the motherfucking saxophone on the Arsenio Hall, so I'm gonna vote for him. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? These other groups know that. They don't. These other groups are a little bit more intelligent as far as, you see what I'm saying, and not intellectually, politically lazy as far as their vote. You see what I'm saying? They know they're going straight for what they want. They know the candidate, the politician that they want to vote for, what he's pushing for them, what kind of agenda, all that. See, they got that mapped out, to a T. They don't play. You see what I'm saying? They don't mess around. But at the same time, we messing around. We shucking and jiving. We use TikTok. This is what it is. We use TikTok and social media like as if that was voting, if that was politics. You see what I'm saying? We act like that is. I'm not going to say, we use it religiously, dude. We are religious people because we practice religiously a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of stuff that has no meaning, no substance, none of that. That's not going to get us that's not going to get us anywhere at all. That's you see what I'm saying? That's what we that's a real little statement I just made right now. That was a real little statement. That was real spit. But I don't know, man. And something's gonna have to give. We talk about the reparations thing. We have to. What about the stick together thing? Because you figure, say for example, we didn't get the reparations, but if we're sticking together, we can aggregate our money, put our money together that we spend every fucking year on a bunch of BS, right? Presents and all that stuff for a bunch of ungrateful people. We can use all that and put that together. You see what I'm saying? And aggregate the money and come up with our own reparations. Coming up with okay, let's put this money on this land. You see what I'm saying? We don't be smart with it, man. We don't be thinking outside the box. It's just like hustle and bustle every day mentality with us. You see what I'm saying? You got to think outside the box. You got to get outside your comfort zone, and that's everybody, man. Especially men. I said especially men. What up? What up? Monel was good. Monel always representing, you always supporting, man. You see what I'm saying? He see how it is. He sees how it is, man. He sees that I'm trying to spread the, I'm trying to spread the word, dude. But excuse me. What do y'all think though? About all this that's going on. She talking about the money that they're trying to change, right? She said eventually it's gonna happen. It's gonna be crypto, like. But you know what? Or not? She said Bitcoin. No. Wait, what did she say? Blockchain. She said blockchain. That's exactly what she said. Blockchain. That's exactly what she said. She said blockchain. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Yeah, man. But I just think this shit is crazy. It is a mind game. Okay, so let me see. But, I'm not done here, man. I'm not done here. Watch, here we go. Here, this is another one right here. Another mind game. You ready for this? New mutant XE Omicron variant may be the most transmittable version of COVID yet, according to who? Exactly. CDC announced this week that the BA2 Omicron variant, which is reportedly 30% more transmittable. How would they know that? Has become dominant amongst new cases sequenced in the United States, startling rise of the variant that was less than 1% of sequences recently in January. But just as, how come they didn't say nothing about this shit in January, dude? What the fuck? But just as Americans are hearing about B2, the already a newer, even more transmittable variant on the rise, there are actually 3 new variants that have been given designations according to the recently released report of UK's Health Service Agency, the 2 being called XD and XF, a combination of Delta, BA, or so-called Deltacron strains. See, this sounds like some BS, though. What is it? Are they talking about weed? You talking about strands and all this shit. Like, what are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? They act like somebody, that's like a weed grower and shit, like that type of shit. You cross breed some shit with this and that, and this is a different, and then that makes a different variant of this, some even better weed, right? So, I mean, what are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about here, dude? It's just like, it don't make no sense to me, dude. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to but this is just more fear mongering, just to scare you. You know what I mean? This is to scare you. You know what I mean? What up? What up? Is that BG on the road?
Yeah, what's going on, man? How you doing?
BJ on that road. You know what I'm saying? You say, man, I'm chilling, man. How you doing, man? You know what I mean? Just talking about all this madness that we got going on, man. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. What you talking about, Deltacron or something like that?
Yeah, man. That shit is crazy, man. What you think about that shit? You already know, man.
The ultimate clown show. Matter of fact, it's April Fool's Day, clown shows.
Ooh, that's right. That's right.
Yesterday was National Transgender Day of Visibility, another clown show. So you get another clown show. Here comes another clown show.
So mind games to play with your mind, man, and to play with these kids' minds too, man. Because remember what the Disney, the producer of Disney, what she says, black women too, man, talking about she gonna, make everything she can is queer and shit. Like, damn, dude, that's some strong words.
Well, there's a lady from California named Melina Abdullah. They said that job was to queer out the black community.
You know what? That's the Black Lives Matter chapter, lady.
Yeah, Black Lives Matter. The girl, Patrice Cullors, just had a thing with the HBCU called Wayne State University, and they were talking about you know, how Black Lives Matter got started, blah blah blah, you know. But I realized on the bottom of the girl that was talking, the pronouns were she and hers or something like that.
See,
Now,
exactly.
I'm gonna say something called to all black men, because I just was downtown Richmond, and I just happened to see a panel on the board, and it says hiring electricians, electro appliances needed. And I'm sitting there saying, back in the day, you had electricians everywhere. They were needed, but they ain't putting no sign on no damn convention center about no electrician, man. They had a big ass sign out there, motherfucker, man. I saw this. I said, yo, this shit crazy.
You know what they trying to? You know who they trying to attract at that motherfucker, dude. They trying to attract them. You know what I'm saying? They trying to attract the migrant workers and shit. That's what they trying to do. You know that's what that's all about and shit. I'm telling you, it's a displacement game and they doing a good job out here in California, man. They displacing the hell out of us out here. You know what I'm saying? That's all by design. You know, the standard of living with the houses to the point where they have a lot of you know what I'm saying, Hispanic people. They be the managers in these apartments. You know what I'm saying? So they're the ones that are written to their apartments. You already know what they're going to do. You already know how that's going to turn out. You see what I'm saying, BJ?
I know how it's gonna turn out, brother.
That shit is fucking wild, man. But yeah, man, I was talking about earlier how the lady how that lady was talking about the new world, the new currency and shit, man. That damn, dude. That shit was wild. You know what I'm talking about?
Talking about the new currency? Yeah.
That shit was. I'll replay it. Hold on.
What underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in 71. And so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. What we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we're on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency. The Chinese were the first. The US is on the brink, I think, of moving in the same direction. The Europeans have committed to that as well. And the question is, will that new system of digital money and digital accounting accommodate the competing needs of the citizens of all these locations so that every human being has a chance to have a better life? Because that's the only measure of whether a world order really serves.
Damn. Damn, BJ was your man. She said it. A world order. Damn. Everybody's saying it, man. Everybody's saying that. And they still want to call you conspiracy theorists if you talk about it, or if you mention anything. But Cat's been talking about that shit 10 plus years ago, man. So I don't know why, but see, that's the whole point.
Well, hey, man, if you don't believe it now, I'm sorry to tell you, brother.
But
if you don't believe it now, I'm sorry to tell you.
But Pfizer was the sponsor of the war. See, that's the thing too, man. See, we we get caught up in this BS, man, because a lot of people. I mean, I see people, man. I'm not even lying, dude. I've seen people arguing on the commentary, dude, with each other, man, over this. You know what I'm saying? It's Chris Rock. This is big time mind games right here for y'all. You know, I mean, I don't understand. It says right here in black and white, man. You know that Pfizer was the, you know what I'm saying, one of the campaigning sponsors of that damn show, man. I mean, of course, it was a black cast that actually produced the show and made it happen. But at the same time, you know, what's crazy? This whole what's the name took from that. It took the fact that you know what I'm saying, Questlove from The Roots won an award for best documentary. You know, I ain't even checked the damn documentary out yet. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. And that lets you know too, it's a psyop, you know, psyop since Saturday, right? Because that, you know, that overshadowed, I mean, because that's a big deal, you know, Questlove, you know, winning an Oscar for best documentary. That must be a dope documentary. You see what I'm saying? I want to check it out myself. You see what I'm saying? But you know, it was a big psyop, and I was trying to tell people, but you know, and on top of that, you know, these people have the same agents, man. So you gotta really watch out and be careful with this Hollywood thing. You see what I'm saying, BJ? What you think about that, man?
You're right.
And this is like, why would you know? See, we don't do our research. See, we're really intellectually lazy, man. As people, man, we don't really, you know, we like, I like this person, I like that person. You see what I'm saying? Like as if this is the Avengers or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like this is X-Men or something. So the thing is, and also like how you said with these damn variants, right? But we gotta really, you know, cut the old, like start that thinking like children out, man, because that shit is out, man. It's funny too because this be some of the elders, the older, you know, the most older people that you know, you may know, right? And
right.
You see what I'm saying? And they don't. You remember how you know your mama won't tell you nothing wrong, your daddy won't tell you nothing wrong, your parent won't never tell you nothing. The old saying. But sometimes, man, it won't necessarily be them in that order, that immediate family, right? But at the same time, man, these relatives, man, these family members be telling you some bullshit. Let you know about this damn COVID shit. They was telling you the wrong misinformation. Go take the shot. Why the hell would you tell? You see what I'm saying? You know, your family member to take the shot. Dude, like that shit is weird and shit. We was hella misinformation when it came down to that, right? Those are the same people talking about pray for Ukraine, right? But don't even do the research.
Pray for Ukraine.
Right? Don't even do the research enough.
Hey,
to know.
Ukraine praying for you too. Because you're a bunch of dumb niggas.
Hey, didn't they look stupid? Look, them sanctions look. All these Western countries look stupid trying to put these sanctions. All Putin did is smack y'all back and said that you got to pay with the ruble now, ruble, whatever, however you say it. You see what I'm saying? They said we ain't take. He said.
The thing about the Russian ruble kind of serious because if Russia telling people they got to pay in rubles, right?
Oh yeah.
That means that Russia really winning the war.
Oh yeah, it makes sense.
Because they telling you what you got to pay in. So that's why I say every time they talk about the Ukrainians fighting back and pushing back against the Russian army, I said, now look, man, let me tell you something, man. You know one thing about the art of war?
What's that?
Always report that your side is winning, even if they are losing.
Exactly, even if they're losing.
Come on, people. Do you really? Come on. Now, let me tell you something. If I look at Russia and China, which are two world powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Russia could take Ukraine out in a week, man.
That's what I've been saying, man. We've been.
Come on, people.
Like
do you really think that? I mean, don't get me wrong. Ukraine might have something, but I'm just saying, if you think that Ukraine can just beat Russia, man, you got some serious issues in your brain.
It's like America going at Brazil or something. We'll whoop Brazil's ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you know.
I mean, no, but it's funny, man. They won't even believe this dumb garbage.
Her. It's like they want you to believe that this is all because, you know, Russia with the oil. But little do they know, the crude oil was a little bit high, a little bit less last year at the same time that it is now. To let you know, it's not about that. It's about Biden in the price gouging. And see, everybody wins because he can blame the oil companies and Putin at the same time.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's winning. And the oil companies winning because they're making all this damn money. And they can be like, oh, yeah, it is Russia. Yeah, Biden's right. It is Russia. Why they make money hand over fist. You see what I'm saying, BJ? That makes sense? They clowning us, dude.
You get no more on our ass, huh?
But see, the people we see, and another thing too, I was just telling somebody, we don't have that ass kicking kind of mentality. Like we could really be like, no, fuck this shit, we shutting down. We could really, if we wanted to, but see, they swing that word so much, boycott and all that shit around so much that it's like the boy that cried wolf. Nobody takes the shit seriously no more because people, Jesse Smollett, motherfuckers like that be playing games with this shit, with that word and shit. So what you really got is, the thing is, we really got to boycott this shit. We really got to, come together, you know what I'm saying, no matter what color you are, right? And be like, we ain't fucking with it. We ain't paying no gas. We ain't doing this and that. You got to, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to do it, though, right? You see what I'm saying? We're not going to do it, BJ. You see what I'm saying? We're not demanding that. We're not demanding that shit. We're not saying, you know what? Yes, we do really need a fucking, say fuck it and just support and put our foot down. So we're not buying this expensive ass motherfucking gas, right? But see, the government knows we're not doing that, so he knows he can keep doing what he's doing and shit. It's perfect.
Well,
we don't stand up for shit, dude. Because when it's orchestrated, we stand up for something. Only when it's like not organic and shit. And like when the government, I'm telling you that J. Edgar Hoover said, we're gonna give you your Messiah. You see what I'm saying? We have to stop the rise of a black Messiah. We'll give you yours. Don't worry about it. And that's what he's been doing all this time. Figure you had Jesse Jackson, motherfuckers like that, telling you, oh, that you're African American and putting false titles and shit. You know what I'm saying? People like that, you really have to. You have to know that these motherfuckers are agents, dude, and they were put there for a certain reason. You know.
Hey, look what I just sent you, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put it up right now. Host worried as the show sponsored by Pfizer is soon launching a drug for erectile dysfunction. Damn, they're trying to. I already know what they're trying to say and shit. So Will Smith slapping comedian Chris Rock Oscars was orchestrated by Pfizer to push the pharmaceutical companies alopecia drugs. Yep, says a theory. Shit, ain't no theory. During Sunday's Academy Award ceremony, Smith was seen hitting Rock across the face, outrage after Rock made a joke about his clothes chopped haircut of Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett. She got like 3 last names and shit. Reportedly, Pfizer is a sponsor of the 64, reportedly, like trying to make it seem like award show and sponsored yet again the Pfizer at this time. The host of Trevor Noah, who apprehensive about hosting the show since the rumors of Pfizer is launching the drug for erectile dysfunction. So Trevor Noah speculated that is you might get on his balls by a celebrity causing him erectile dysfunction. Earlier, Pete Davidson was the host of the show, but refused saying anything. Pfizer has called the conspiracy theories not to be taken seriously, and if any such incident happens, it will be mere coincidence. Wow. See, we come on, y'all. Of course they're gonna deny this shit, but you can't deny it. You can look it up. Come on, man. It's common sense. It's not common sense, but it's a fact that they did sponsor. Biotech was with them, and Biotech sponsored that shit. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Cats are not gonna go to that much extreme to fucking try to push that theory and shit. What is that? What do they get out of it? You know what I'm saying? They're talking about this conspiracy theories. Okay, when cats spit these conspiracy theories, what do we get out of it according to y'all? What do we get? What does cats get out of spitting those conspiracy theories? What do we get out of that shit? What's that motherfucking make our day? You know what I'm saying? Does that pay the bills and shit? You see what I'm saying? Does that warrant any fucking success and shit for us? since we're spitting that, does that make sense what I'm saying, dude? It's like this shit, you gotta laugh at this shit, man, because you're gonna be looking crazy and shit. You'll end up getting pissed, man, over this type of nonsense that we got going on over here. You see what I'm saying? That they bombarding us with, right? It is a mind game, Monel, but I mean, not a coincidence, man. And see, the thing is, like Demeter Miles sent us the other day, you know, your hair is gonna come out in patches. It's not just, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't, you know, you don't just shave your head like Sinead O'Connor and shit and just call it a day and just, you know, and just bounce from the house, right? It don't work like that. And call yourself having alopecia don't work like that. You see what I'm saying? Your shit comes out in patches and shit. So I mean, and men and women can catch alopecia, not just women, not just so-called black women. So we need to cut that out. When they use these racial terms too, man, that triggers us too. I see a lot. We need to cut that out. It's real shit though. You see what I'm saying? We need to cut that out. You're right. You're right about that. Let me play this. The homegirl sent me this. Let me play this real quick.
Traded for you. The 20th century elements like Tavistock, the Tavistock Institute, which rules all of the major think tanks throughout the world and has throughout the 20th century. The Frankfurt School, who moved to New York and set up what they call a critical theory, has just about wrecked all the Western institutions, including logical sexual functioning. How about a quick walk down memory lane? At the turn of the 20th century, the Rockefellers, Standard Oil, was addicting us to the gasoline-powered motor car, roads, and of course, pollution. Even though the dark elites had levitation technology they had stolen from John Keeley back in 1860, we were confined to oil-based polluting technology, and we're still kept in this yoke to this day. Both world wars were staged events started by false flag terrorism. All the parties, Germany, US, Japan, were created and funded by the same source to achieve the war and to achieve their ends. It was never a good war, just poor saps tricked into sacrificing their lives because of propaganda. Of course, Prohibition was orchestrated to make them richer in the 20s, and we were dumped into the Depression for that same reason. Nothing that you can point to in history was not orchestrated for us by our controllers for their benefit in our subsequent positioning to where we are. The Cold War was staged for the enrichment of the military-industrial complex, among other factors. At some point, TV, the greatest brainwashing mechanism ever invented, was put into society, while the CIA and other alphabet agencies worked on mind control. The most effective, they found, was trauma-based mind control. The slaves and handlers were introduced in society. Today, it's difficult to find a famous person or somebody that's in your consciousness, that they've put in your consciousness. I call them lifetime actors. That's not either a mind control slave or a handler or both. The space program is a farce. No one has gone to the moon, nor will they ever. Do your research. The hippie movement, called in the vernacular of the Tavistock Institute, the Aquarian conspiracy, was staged. It was used to break up the peace movement and the civil rights movement. There was nothing organic about it or the music. The Beatles' music was a product of Tavistock and probably of one Theodore Adorno, a brilliant musician and mind control specialist. You must realize that all popular music was created by the controllers, including jazz, rock and roll, rap, trance. All of it was created for their purpose. The manipulations of certain portions of society. Now, the civil rights movement, that was a Tavistock creation. Rockefeller funded the creation of Martin Luther King. Just look it up. Now its slimy afterbirth remains in the form of Black Lives Matter. Neither movement had or have anything to do with helping minorities. It's simply that people that are impoverished, forced into the victim role, or easily manipulated to do the bidding of the overlords. And oh my God, look at what cultural Marxism, the fashion industry, have done to black men. Now this is just during my sojourn on the plane.
I don't know what he meant by that, what that was supposed to mean, but
Feminism was created by the Illuminati, initially to give a larger tax base. When the women entered the workforce, more people to tax, and also get control of the children at an earlier age. Now it's complete in its most modern incarnation, is totally emasculating the whole society. Social justice warriors were created by cultural Marxism, which also created the latchkey kids, which turned into the social justice snowflakes. So if you don't believe me, I hope you listen with some skepticism at least. You can begin by reading books by John Coleman on the Committee of 300, Tavistock Institute. If you haven't read them, it's a good place to start. You must know that the internet is a product of CERN. Yes, the opening of the Portal Company launched the web in 1989. Originally, it was supposed to be a way of sharing professional documents. Now it's one of their main tools of control. Theoretically, as freedom is withdrawn from this tool, you will slide easily into 1984 hive mind. That's the plan. Social media, made possible by this invention, plays a major role in your enslavement and your control. It's a great way to monitor your activities, influence social patterns, and allow them, the controllers, to understand how certain interventions, like false flags or election results, have been received so that they can modify your reality to suit the control system. It's basically the Matrix. The internet is basically the Matrix. The mainstream media, including print media, Hollywood, and TV, is owned and operated for your control by the controllers of the Matrix. TV uses sigils, symbols, subliminals, hypnotism, drug addiction, predictive programming, and lies to create a reality that's anything but true. It's the reality that they want you to live in. In this reality, it's a tiny reality, they have already trapped us in, and it's morphing day by day, and you can watch it on TV, into a perverted, demented, ignorant, idiocracy-like culture, twerking and humping humanity into a dubious future. All right, well, let's talk about some facts about the Matrix that you may or may not know. What you know.
that shit was pretty deep, huh? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that shit, it's all control, it's all engineering, predictive programming. You know what I'm saying? And we keep falling for it, man. But a lot of us are, we're not, a lot of them aren't sharp like that. We're not basically, you see what I'm saying? Critical thinkers. We're not, a lot of us don't critical think at all, to be honest with you, right? So the thing is, of course, why would you be, thinking about something like that when you're not even a critical thinker? You see what I'm saying? You're not going to be thinking outside the box if you're not a critical thinker anyway. You're going to be, hey, same old, right? You're going to be Chris Rock versus Will Smith, right? You're going to be like, he's wrong versus he was wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy, BJ, how our people are like that, man. It's just like that's how you know we like gossip. We like, when we go at each other and shit because we could pick a side like Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? So
why are we picking a side then?
Would you say?
Why are we picking a side then?
Exactly. That Chris Rock, it's just I think that's what people that's what people do, man. People aren't logical, so you figure the irrational, illogical thing to do is pick a side or something that goes more with your belief system. But see, people know you don't go by no damn belief system, or a real person of intelligence and has some kind of intellect. That you got to go by some kind of truths or some kind of facts. You don't go by no damn belief system. Motherfuckers believe in fucking Santa Claus. Motherfuckers believe in the fucking, you know what I'm saying, and the Sasquatch and the Bigfoot. You feel me? You fuck all the beliefs. I want to know something that's tangible, that's fact, that's there, that's actually proven to be true, right? I'm not going by no damn belief system. We can't do that over here. That's just like in a court of law. You got to go by something written in paper, some signature, something documented. You can't go by your word. It doesn't work like that. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy, BJ, man, how, as a people, man, we just like, it shouldn't be. I can see the youngsters being like that, but so some of these elders too, it's like, damn, dude. I swear, man. BJ, I'm not trying. I ain't trying to be funny, BJ, but damn, some of these people are lost. They like motherfucking Hansel and Gretel and shit, you know what I'm saying? Without the breadcrumbs. You see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers lost, man, But one thing that what he said about in that whole little video that I really paid attention to was that Tavistock Committee 300. That shit ain't no joke. A lot of them, they set trends and they do all types of shit, They set the bar for a lot of this bullshit. In TV and all types of stuff and on the internet, and you got to watch out for them. For all we know, some of the slang and some of the shit that we talk and comes out our mouth is not even from us. It comes from these people. You see what I'm saying? Those are the trendsetters right there. A lot of them Tavistock over there in Britain, or London, wherever the hell it's at, which is one of the city-states, the 3 city-states, London, Washington, D.C., and the Vatican. But so this is what I pulled up right here, BJ, man. You sent me, man.
Hey, yo. The Monel said that thing you played right there. Send it to me so I can send it to him.
Okay, word, no doubt.
I sent you that thing about that former Air Force scientists claim there are aliens labs all over the planet.
Let me check that out right now. I'll pull that up right now. Okay, so hold up. Word, I sent it to you. Bam.
You sent it to me through Instagram. Okay. I will take. I'll fix it. Hold on.
So the Disney executive producer. Okay, that's what amidst the gay agenda, adding queerness wherever she could. That's what she said. Whatever the hell. And see, these people are not playing. You see what I'm saying? But see, at the same time, look at they're protesting like a motherfucker. See, rightfully so. See, that's good. That these actually people that actually care about the kids. I don't know. It's funny too because I know Florida's a red state, right? It's very interesting how it's a reaction in a red state and a blue state. Does that make sense? See, a blue state like over here in California, they're not going to do all that. They ain't going to be protesting against the gay agenda. They're going to be damn near out here. They fuck around and be what's the name with the gay agenda, protesting with it, right?
You're right.
See, okay, so staff meeting Florida recent enactment of parental rights in educational bill executive producer of Disney said that they advocated not all secret gay agenda inserting queernesses into children's animation. Latoya Reverno, executive producer of the Disney Television Animation, talked about, damn, she's over the fucking the animation. Wow. How the studio's treatment of her progress ideas divide negative expectations of the company. In a video obtained, journalist Christopher Rufo, instead of a video, pictures of LGBT friendly Easter eggs over references in the series, Disney gladly accepted and included them, she claimed. In my little Pocket Proud family of showrunners were super welcoming, and I'm not all secret gay agenda, she said. Maybe way in past, but damn, I guess something must have happened. And unlike that momentum that I felt, since I don't have to be afraid to have these two characters kiss in the background, I was wherever I could adding queerness, so no one would stop me, and no one was trying to stop me. Like, damn. I mean, that's just crazy, man. What do y'all think about that, dude? That's wild, man. You know, that shit is. I mean, BJ, what you think about that, man? That shit is.
Wait, with the alien?
No, well, nah. I was talking about the gay stuff with the Disney shit, man. Like, that lady straight said that shit. I was reading that shit that you sent me. Man, that shit's crazy and shit.
Yeah, she just
over the animation.
She's so a loser.
And see, but my thing is, I mean, not trying to be funny now, but if people are born like that, why are they trying to? I don't understand. Why are they trying to push that agenda on kids if people are born like that? Does that make sense? If they was already born like that, then you wouldn't have to. You see what I'm saying? Then they would already relate, right, or whatever, right? That shit is wild. Hold up, man. Okay, so let me see the aliens, right? That picture look funny. That picture look funny as a motherfucker. Hold up.
Hi, my name's Emery Smith. I'm 46 years old. I was in the United States Air Force for 5.5 years, active duty, and reserve for 2 years and inactive for another 2 years. And in and out of different types of projects as a civilian after that, because of my clearance and because of the job I held with them and other corporations that were funded by the government. I joined the military when I was 18 years old. I was in auxiliary of the Air Force when I was 13, and also was in Army ROTC before that. I was in the military for about 5.5 years active duty. I did another 2.5 years of reserve, and then another 2 years of inactive. And that's kind of how I got started with the United States Air Force, and also these compartmentalized projects, moonlighting in the evenings while being active duty and working for these underground labs that were owned by major corporations that were renting and leasing places on the base to do this type of work. And a lot of these were, of course, underground facilities. It was mostly tissue specimen examination and dissecting and taking parts of specimens. I've done over 3,000 different specimens, not whole bodies, but just different parts of body tissues and whatnot to send for testing. They were testing everything. I wasn't really allowed to, in the early years, know anything about what I was dissecting. All I know is I had to go in there, take this part of this tissue, or dissect this nerve, or take this blood sample from this this specimen, and then send it away for testing. The technology I witnessed in the programs that were suppressive, that were suppressed still to this day, are things like anti-gravity, zero-point energy, a lot of 3D holographic imaging, of course, there's a lot of devices that were reverse engineered by these corporations from government retrieved downcraft and extraterrestrial DNA, along with hybrid DNA from these specimens that they use to make pharmaceuticals and to make cures with, and things like that. So there's always a positive and negative. They might make a gun with one thing, but the same device is used to kill cancer, on a different wavelength with the same technology. So these things are all suppressed. So we don't have to live like we do now. We could actually have a lot of abundance as far as medical technologies, the cures for diseases, the abundance of water and food for everyone, and housing if these technologies were released, and of course energy, free energy for everyone, and for all of our devices. So we wouldn't have to rely on gas, coal, and oil. I witnessed many different craft in these projects. I was actually working with the bodies and the craft because they're connected. A lot of the craft are organic material consciousness technology, which means only the driver or that race can actually operate the vehicle due to the frequency of the genetic DNA and the frequency that they're emitting. It's kind of like having a pet or a car that only responds to the owner. And these types of vehicles are so amazing. They're usually made in space through harmonics and frequency.
Yeah, dude, that's just crazy though.
I told you this shit crazy as hell.
It's another thing. So what do you think, man? What you think about this Hampton University, man? It's another thing, man. Hampton University giving room and board to these Ukrainians, man.
I mean, Hampton University, just like any other college down in Virginia, HBCU, they doing the same damn thing.
These people are giving room and board.
Paid off flunkies, man.
Yep. What was the other thing you was telling me about that forum or something that met up or something the other day? What was you telling me? You was saying something.
I don't know what I was saying, brother.
It was about something about people getting together. I think was it that New World Order stuff you saw? Oh, something. Hold on for a second.
Maj Akha, I want to say peace and blessings to everyone. I want to say Bakar Tawab. Hope the morning is good for you guys. Just wanted to take a quick moment to talk to you briefly. I'm not sure if you got the word or saw the news, but Hampton University is going to offer free tuition, as well as dorm expenses. They're offering aid to the Ukrainian international students of Ukraine. Now, this is not dealing with the Nigerians and students that was trapped in Ukraine, but Hampton University, which is referred to sometimes at times as the other HU, they are offering assistance to the Ukrainians. They're offering tuition, as far as free tuition, free dorms, the whole works. You could go to Hampton University's website and you'll see this. So again, what's your thoughts about this? What's your thoughts about this? And for me, and I attended Hampton University for a couple of years when I was in the military station there, and I took some classes there en route to my education. But why is it that we have to we go above and beyond for other communities, but not do the same for our own community? My daughter's friend, she attended Hampton University, and her father died. Her father and mother died in the process of her attending, and she couldn't afford their tuition because her parents were paying out of pocket. And she tried everything to stay in. We tried to help her but it was just too much of a cost. And in a nutshell, she had to leave Hampton University because she couldn't afford it. She couldn't afford spending $35,000 to $40,000 per year in tuition. Her father died, her mother died, and Hampton University offered her nothing for assistance to stay within their university. And so we have to ask these questions. Why are we break our necks to try to extend our help for other people, but we don't do this for our own community? We're not extending these opportunities for our own community. And I can give you other stories, other situations of some of our people attending that had to deal with Hampton University, some of the craziness. Now, me, I was fortunate that I didn't have to deal with the financial side of it because I was in the military at the time. So the military covered my tuition. So, but they're offering this free aid, this assistance to the Ukraine. But look at what Ukraine did to our people over there, the students that was over there. Why is it that we have these presidents or whatever from these universities, these Black colleges, jumping at the front line? Remember, I believe it was, I can't think of the name of the university, but there was a Black college, a couple of Black colleges that volunteered their universities basically to be the guinea pigs for the COVID-19 vaccines. They literally said that, signed up their schools to do that. I think it was Xavier. I can't remember. I got to go back and look at some of my notes and all. But they volunteered their schools to go and take the vaccine when it was before it was actually approved by the FDA. Family, why do we keep doing this stuff, man? Why can't we focus on making sure that we take care of our own before we can start thinking about extending olive branches to other communities? Yeah, Hampton University offering tuition, offering assistance, free tuition, dorm, and all that other stuff to Ukraine international students. So again, what's your thoughts about that? I just thought I'd share that brief information with you guys. I'm not going to be here long. I'm waiting for my.
Shout out to this cat.
As your history, your belief, your concept of normal life.
Shout out to my man. We woke now. You know what I mean? The channel, that was some insight right there. Some provision. That dude was spitting some fire. He's right. Why do we keep doing that, man? See, that's just like these pastors and preachers and stuff like that jump on the front of the line when it comes down to, these politicians jump on the front of the line when it comes down to these other groups, right? You got, what's her name? She running out here for, what's she? I forget her name. But Karen Bass, there we go. I can't stand her, by the way. But so, you know what I'm saying? You got her out here running, and she's doing all this and trying to get the Latino vote, which I mean, they outnumber us out here and everything, but it's just like, these people just, they just they don't amaze me, man. We sell each other out, man. And the guy, the Hampton University guy, I guess the dean or the president, or whoever the heck, don't you know, he looks like he got some black, that word, you see what I'm saying? So, I mean, what is it? What are we saying, right? We, like the dude said, we don't jump out to help our own, right? We jump out to help other groups. And I don't know if it's to get some federal funding or something like that for the government. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that's what that is. You right, BJ, to get some kind of kickbacks or something like that at the end of the day. But it's just a straight up smooth sellout. You're just selling your people out. You see what I mean? That's all that is. But the guy was right. What you think, BJ?
I think it's crazy, man. I think we better get ready for a new beginning.
Yeah, and the thing is right. And then the thing is, look, You open up your university to these people, right? Free, everything free. So how much money would that actually cost? You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, look it on the flip side, right? If there was no Ukrainians, right? And if they were just going to do this for American students. So the cost that you're doing it for the for Ukrainians and the risk that you're doing it for the Ukrainians, why couldn't you do that for American students? It would cost the same amount, right? Oh, but it probably wouldn't, because they're getting, you know, that they're going to get some kind of federal grants or something like that from the government for doing this shit. I'm telling you, some kind of tax, something. You know what I mean? I'm just not surprised. It's all about money at the end of the day. BJ, what you think?
It's all about money and ain't nothing funny.
You know, it's obvious, man.
I cut my check.
Exactly. But I mean, they you know, these people are just trying to play us, man, and that's all it is, man. At the end of the day, man. You just like the dude was saying in that from the first documentary, the little documentary I played from Instagram. Get ready, that CERN shit. That I could see that being like this metaverse shit that they're gonna try to kick off on Facebook and on Instagram. I could see that. You see what I'm saying? People investing and doing all this into this other world, right? But at the same time, your ass is gonna be broke in the real world. You feel me? You think that you got some money in the metaverse, you got some land and property. You feel me, BJ? In the metaverse, your ass is gonna be broke in the real world. That's what that's designed to do, BJ. What you think? To alter your reality.
You right.
You know, that shit is crazy, man. You be like, look, living it up in a metaverse. You be homeless in the real world. I'm telling you, man. That and see, that's the thing. They know that entertainment, and they know that like imagination, kind of like, well, not so much imagination now, but you see them. You get me. They know that, you see them say, plays a major part, not just in kids' minds, but in adults' minds too, man, because it's a big dumbing down that's been happening over the past years. You know what I'm saying? It's a big dumbing down project. And they did a good job of it. You know.
Well, they've been doing a good job of it, brother. I'm just gonna say that, hey, look, it's our job to not let them do a good job anymore and spread the word.
That's true.
That's why you came on my show yesterday. That's why I came on your show tonight. We gotta do a little bit more of this. A lot of stuff going on. You know, like I said, the Great Reset is they're trying to bring it out full swing. But it'll take a little while. People are really waking up, and people are mad as hell. That's why I laughed at Biden when he talked about the daggone, we're going to fight for the transgenders and all this hate for. I said, all right, you keep on doing that, people will start fighting them too.
Damn. I know.
Yeah.
Banning these motherfuckers, start banning them from some of these damn sports. I'm telling you, it's gonna get great. Watch. There's gonna be incident in basketball. Watch. There's gonna be incident in basketball. There's gonna be incident in one of these sports. You see what I'm saying? You know, tennis or something like that, or volleyball. I'm telling you, to where it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be a training, something like that. It's gonna be a big deal, like how it was in the swimming thing. They're gonna keep doing this. I'm telling you, the media is helping and fueling this, man. I'm telling you.
They're not trying to save the world. They just daggone lying like hell.
It's just a line, line that you see, line for that agenda, you know. That's also it is you know, they line for that agenda, man. They ain't gonna just straight up say it. But see, that's the thing. It takes cats like me and you to decipher the bullshit, man, and see right through this. Okay, what Monel said, the American government wants to play savior of the world while the American people is getting poor. Man, yeah, that's what, you know, that's the old saying, man. The rich will get rich and the poor don't get a fucking thing, man, you know. And you're right, we try to police the world, but look at, I mean, China said it not too long ago. Look at y'all, man. Look how y'all do black people, man. Or, you know, look how y'all do them, and look how y'all do these. I mean, are you serious, America?
China got robot dogs and shit.
I'm gonna play that right now. Damn, dude, I'm gonna show that, dude. That shit is wild, man. That technology is hardcore and shit. That shit is crazy, man.
They got a robot dog with a loudspeaker, man.
Hold up. That motherfucker show do got a loudspeaker on that motherfucker. Hold up. They taped them up. Hold up. Let me see if there's a video of this motherfucker. Hold up. Yep. Fair Use Act 1976, right? So commentary purposes only, man. YouTube. Y'all know what I mean? So I don't want no funny business.
请消毒，少聚众，请通风，科学防疫，文明随行。戴口罩，勤洗手，测体温。
Wow. Oh yeah. Yeah, they ain't playing, BJ. They got the dogs like that out here, but they got them with the guns on the motherfuckers, man. Woo.
Can he shoot by himself?
I think, you know what? That's a good question, man. Let me see. Where didn't they have the guns on it? Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Hold up. A robot. Well, I don't know. Okay, my bad. There's some. Hold up. I don't think they do that.
With the sign, you'll navigate your
guns on
tasks,
it.
projects, and goals like a big one.
My bad, mate.
Hi, I'm Russell, and this is Spock. So
You've probably seen this robot before, maybe hauling a truck or dancing to Bruno Mars's Uptown Funk. It's the first of this generation of four-legged robots, and it does a lot more than just make videos for the internet. For about a month now, Boston Dynamics has been putting Spot to work, leasing units out to industry partners, and seeing how this kind of robot holds up in the real world. When you're standing next to Spot, the striking thing is how small and sturdy it is. It's just under 3 feet high and weighs 70 pounds, which means it's light enough for a single person to pick up. A lot of the movements you're seeing here are remote controlled by an operator, but Spot has a handful of basic skills it can do automatically. It knows how to climb stairs, how to avoid walls, and even knows how to dance a little.
Get it right?
Spot's not tired at all. Of course, we've seen walking robots before, but few of them had Spot's sense of balance. Accelerometers tell Spot if it's moving, and torque sensors in the joints tell it exactly how its weight is distributed. If Spot feels itself tipping forward, a protocol kicks in, telling it to find surer footing. It also has cameras on all four sides, so it can see where to plant its foot. Spot still can't tell the difference between firm ground and loose dirt, which means navigating these dirt piles got a little chaotic. When it does fall, there's a protocol for righting itself, which works most of the time, although it did need human assistance when we flipped it into the bottom of a particularly steep ditch. The simplest way to use Spot is this controller, which uses the same layout as an Xbox. The left joystick moves Spot forward and back or strafes left and right, while the right joystick spins it around. You can also use the camera view to see what Spot is seeing and send it to specific waypoints. Tap a spot on the screen and Spot will find a way to get there. The controls are really easy to learn, mostly because there isn't that much to control, so much of it's automatic. Within a couple of minutes, I was able to send Spot wherever I wanted, although it does stop at walls because of the object sensor. At the same time, I didn't get the tight connection that you do with video games or RC cars. You can tell it's more designed for automation than human pilots. Boston Dynamics is hoping that a lot of the time, Spot won't need a driver at all. For more complicated tasks, you can chain waypoints together, sending Spot to retrace a path it walked through earlier with human assistance. That could mean checking all the gauges on an oil rig or taking LiDAR scans of a room from a dozen specific points. This version of Spot mostly knows how to navigate spaces, but the plan is for it to carry more sophisticated tools on its back, like a zoomable camera or the claw it uses to open doors. Industry partners can also build their own modules for more specialized jobs. Attach a methane detector module, and Spot could check a whole facility for gas leaks. Attach a LiDAR rig, and Spot could make a 3D map of a whole building from the inside. It's a completely new way for computer programs to interact with the physical world, automating tasks that would otherwise be impossible to do without a human being. There's also just straight up entertainment. It's really fun to watch this kind of robot do these precise movements, particularly if you have 10 or 15 of them in unison. It's not hard to imagine 50 Spots dancing Pikachu style in a theme park. Right now, Boston Dynamics has about 60 beta units. That's the yellow guy you're seeing here, but they've already started building the next generation, which is what they're loaning out. Eventually, they're hoping to have 1,000 of them, but right now there's only about 20 being leased out. Now, Boston Dynamics wouldn't say exactly what those bots are doing, since most of the partnerships are still confidential. They also didn't tell us exactly how much the robots cost, since technically Spot isn't for sale. All they told us is that the leases were in the range of what you pay to lease a car, which doesn't say much. One thing we have to talk about, and there's really no other word for it, is the creepiness. Some people get really freaked out by Spot. It moves with a precision that we don't see in the natural world, and it stops dead still whenever it doesn't have a task, which can be unsettling. When you watch these videos, there are all sorts of comments about how these robots are going to rise up and destroy humanity. There was even a Black Mirror episode about it. But I didn't get that sense in person. Really, Spot doesn't recognize people at all. For the robot, you're just an obstacle that's too big to step on. At the same time, Boston Dynamics is really concerned about any situation where Spot might end up harming a person, even if it's just getting your hand pinched by one of the joints. They also said that they didn't want to sell to any clients who would use Spot to harm people or build weapons modules or anything like that, which was good to hear. Spot's great at climbing through piles of dirt, but it doesn't have the social skills to navigate big crowds, and Boston Dynamics has a lot of work to do before it can build those skills. But that does mean that for now, you're probably not going to see Spot anywhere with lots of people around. The company's thinking about construction sites, oil rigs, maybe a few movie sets, but those are all pretty tightly controlled spaces. For now, Spot's really just a platform, a stable base where partners can build new modules and new software skills. Once people start building on that platform, Spot's going to get smarter fast. And we may start seeing robots in places we never expected.
That shit crazy, man. Damn. But you never know, man. You know, he talking about they gonna use him for this or that. You never know, man. I ain't gonna put nothing past him. You see what I'm saying, BJ? I really ain't, man. Like on the real, you know. Yeah, man, that shit crazy though, dude. So a lot of distractions out here, man. A lot of you know, mind games, and you know, and that's the thing, man. You know, when you got somebody's psyche, you got somebody's mind, you got them, man. That's control. They you know, what they think, you know, how they think and stuff like that, man. And you control the scenarios and stuff like that, which they would probably use and take in a situation that's just dangerous. You see what I'm saying, BJ?
Yeah.
Way, you know.
Psychology and movement is down.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's real spit. Hell yeah, BJ, man.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Thinking, hey man, stuff going in the bread basket. I'm gonna tell you this, man. You know, like that video with the AI was kind of scary, man. But you know, take your time, brother. Keep on posting good information. Anyway, I know it's 11:54 over here in the East Coast. I know it's 8:54 on the West Coast.
Word.
Yeah, and I gotta, you know, work out in the morning again and stuff like that. 6 o'clock, you know.
Oh yeah. So shout out your good looking out for coming on, man. Shout out your
Oh yeah, I told you I was coming on. Man, it came on a couple of nights ago, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, come on, second.
Word. I feel you, BJ.
I sent you that video when they said Justin Smollett on the run.
Is that what they said? You know,
probably
they always on the run when they let him out, man. See, that's another thing about that Smollett thing. You cannot get out. If once you get convicted of something, you have to do. You can't. You don't just work like that. Oh, you don't get no appeal in no day. Appeals process takes a long time. Every process is a process. Process meaning, you feel what I'm saying? You know.
Man, you know they were just using him to pass the anti-lynch bill.
Yeah, that's all that was. That was all. I told people about the PSYOP. See, yeah, now they just getting to the point where they're just getting.
And by the anti-lynch bill, it doesn't have nothing hard to do with lynching in there. That's another thing.
And that's another. You see that? Oh man, wait. Before you go, wait, BJ, before you go, let me show a little something about that real quick, dog. That's some bullshit of the week, right?
Let me show out my channel first. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, shout out your
kingbjmedia.com. That's my website. kingbjfitness.com, other website. Bernard Johnson, Facebook, Bernard 1120, Instagram, King BJ Fitness 32. We got $1919 BJ Cash App, and we got King BJ Johnson, my YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. Make sure to follow my boy BJ on all those platforms, man. Word. Support. But yeah, man. So I'm this dude, man. Hold up, man. The anti-lynchers, they it's so much symbolism with that. They're like shit 60-something years overdue, man. My pop was born as 55, man. It's like 67 years ago. Look at the symbolism too. Like it's just.
Well, when a black man do get lynched or whatever, found hanging, they always say it's suicide now.
Damn, exactly, dude. You see how they do it?
In Disney, they say that they want that Biden passing them bills, not letting you teach the LGBTQ history. They're saying in there that you want to kidnap the LGBTQ kid.
Yeah, these people sick, man. Something wrong with these people.
Something is wrong. And then I watched an interview with one woman. She said, "I got a pansexual child, a queer child, and I got a transgender child." Like,
yeah, these people. That lady. She should have her kids taken away from her for that.
More than 100 years after first being proposed,
Fair Use Act
President
1976 this is just for commentary purposes and educational purposes only.
Biden signed legislation making lynching a federal hate crime. The law now says a person can be prosecuted for lynching if they try to commit a hate crime that leads to serious injury or death. The penalty, up to 30 years in prison. By the way, that new law is named after Emmett Till, a 14-year-old pictured there who was lynched in 1955.
So wait, so lynching doesn't go under murder, dude? What are they trying to say? And they're talking about hurt somebody seriously. If you trying to lynch somebody, motherfucker, you trying to kill them. What you talking about, dude? You see, man, these are some BJ laugh. These motherfuckers is wordsmiths right here, man. All right, it's almost over, BJ.
After being accused of whistling at a white woman. The case helped spark the civil rights movement after the two white men accused of murdering Till were acquitted.
Why don't they say their names? You notice how they don't say the names? The white men? Let me not say, I don't want to speak on that. But damn, dude. These motherfuckers play too much, man.
It is crazy.
67 years. And when they still talking about 100 years, there hasn't been no 100 years. It's only been 67 years. You see, BJ, why do they keep saying 100 years? 100, how is it 100 years when he got killed 67 years ago, 55? That's not 100 years. Do you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, huh?
You know what? Emmett Till didn't get lynched either.
He didn't get lynched. That's what I'm saying, dude. He got shot, didn't he? They got beat, then shot, right?
So that's a bad name anyway.
So BJ, you burnt out, man. That's true, dude. Why would they? Damn. See, I be telling people, be careful.
No, that thing mean more than what they talk about because he didn't get lit. That means you shoot somebody, you punch somebody. That can be anything.
Right.
Matter of fact, they might call the anti-lynch thing the thing that you saw at the Oscars and Will Smith and shit. They could use that.
Damn. BJ. Damn, dude.
Yeah, because they call it Emmett Till anti-lynch bill, but he ain't get lynched though. Oh, that's a major psyop right there.
That's some psyop, dude. That's what that is, bro. That's some psyop type shit.
You
Right
know what? I just thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
There were lynchings, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they never tell you the name of the people that were lynched. And the one that they tell you Emmett Till got lynched. He didn't get lynched.
He didn't even get lynched. You see that? Damn, dude, this dude BJ over here breaking
That's
it down.
technology right there.
That's crazy. You see, it's psychological. You see, they could just lie and fill in the blanks and shit, and people are gonna believe it. That's what that is. You know. Just like another thing, I know people gonna get mad, but this is true. When I seen, notice if you look in anywhere, they don't have any pictures of Nat Turner. The pictures that they use of Nat Turner are Frederick Douglass. Look, whenever you get a chance, do the research on that. Why is that? Why don't you have any pictures of Nat Turner? He laughed. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you got to be careful with these people give to you, because remember, white people and these small hats then gave us the story, right? They're the ones that gave us a lot of these stories and shit, dude. So we got to be careful. A lot of these white books and scholars and stuff like that then wrote about this type of stuff. We didn't heard about these stories from them. See what I'm saying? You know, and a lot of that, what's the name? Alex Haley and stuff. He's a black book writer and shit of Roots and all that, but that shit was plagiarized. So you got to be careful. Even the black writers be plagiarized and bull. So you got to really be careful. A lot of this shit is fiction. It's made up. You know what I mean? And when something is fiction, that means it's all fake. You see, it makes sense, BJ?
Mm.
You know, they might as well call this shit fiction, dude, because there's no fact in any of this, right? A lot of this shit is made up, man. I mean, not trying to be funny, but this Emmett Till stuff, that could have been, this could be just one big, false flag or something. I'm telling you, bro. Because they're not, why nobody knows the names of the killers, the people that killed them and shit, dude. Why is that? But they know the name of the lady that lied, though. We know her name. That's weird. You know, like, she's still alive. She's not dead yet. Like, she's still alive. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, well.
Well,
look.
Yeah, this was a good show, man. We broke it down and shit.
Mm.
What we gonna say, BJ? My bad, I cut you off.
It's going down, baby.
Man, it's going down. What'd you say? April Fools, right? Damn. April motherfucking Fools, dude.
Yeah, it's worse than April Fools right now, but just take your time, brother. I'm out.
All right, man. All right, BJ. Peace out. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler back at y'all. Peace.